Got it. Okay. Wonderful. Yes. All right. So let us begin with the three mantra on this 27th day of September
Vamos a comenzar con
2023.
el trimantra en este 27 de septiembre del 2023.
Who will sing the three mantra?
¿Quién lo va a cantar?
Okay, Luz. Let's have you start. Luz?
Empiezas vos, Luz.
Necesitan ayuda.
Jai Sachidana.
Namo Vitraga. Namo Arihantana. Namo Siddhanam. Namo Ayareyanam. Namo Vasayanam. Namo Loye Sava Sahunam. Eso Panchanamukaro Savapava Panashano Mangalananta Savesim Padaman Kavai Mangalam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Jai Satitanam. Namo Vitraga. Namo Arihantanam. Namo Siddhanam. Namo Ayareyanam. Namo Vasayanam. Namo Loye Sava Sahunam. Eso Panchanamukaro Savapava Panashano Mangalanam cha Savesim Padaman Kavai Mangalam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Jai Satitanam. Namo Vitraga. Namo Arihantanam. Namo Siddhanam. Namo Ayareyanam. Namo Vasayanam. Namo Loye Sava Sahunam. Eso Panchanamukaro Savapava Panashano Mangalanam cha Savesim Padamam Kavai Mangalam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Jai Satitanam. Jai Satitanam. Jai Satitanam. Jai Satitanam.
Jai Sachidana. That was,
Eso, Chitlán.
that was beautiful. Thank you. Okay. So, yes, namaskars to the Paramatma, the Absolute Ones within each one of us present here. As we continue our satsang on the Purnatva, fullness of the self, full understanding and manifestation of the self. In the November 1988 Dada Vani, Akram Vignan magazine.
Bueno, vamos a ver la total manifestación y entendimiento del ser en la revista del Dadavani de 1988.
Okay, now the next heading is see and know. See, know the unwinding movie, Película. Okay. See the unwinding, unfolding movie.
Ajá. El título es Ver y conocer la película que se está desarrollando, desenvolviendo.
And Dadashri says, while sitting in a cinema, if you're sitting in a cinema and in that cinema, if there is another person in the movie theater who has seen the movie before, you see, he has seen the movie before. He has been to the same movie before, but now he's sitting in front of you and he says, when somebody is about to kill someone or to really hurt someone very badly, if that man shouts, I hope he doesn't kill him. And then he says, hey, you do not have to kill him. If you do, I will protect that other man, you see. And supposing that man has had that kind of a thought and he speaks like that, what will the people in the theater think, you see? You understand the question?
Yes. Por ejemplo, vas al cine y cuando comienza la película que tú nunca viste, hay alguien que está cerca y vio la película. Entonces llega un momento donde alguien va a lastimar a otra persona o tal vez matarla. Entonces el que vio la película dice que no lo mate, que no lo lastima, que él no lo va a permitir. ¿Qué pasaría si tú lo escuchas decir eso?
I see. So then the questioner says the people will say he's mad, right? He's crazy.
La gente diría que el hombre está loco.
Yeah, he's crazy, right? Oh gosh, let me see. I have a low battery, but anyway, the people will say he's crazy, right? And in the same way, Dadashri says, this is how it is. This movie is continuing to unfold for everyone. Why are you unnecessarily interfering in it? Just like the people will say, this man in the movie theater who speaks out, who speaks loudly in defense of one of the actors, people will say he's crazy. In the same way, this is exactly how it is in this world. If you speak out loudly and tell somebody, if you hurt her, I will kill you, or something like that. You say it's a movie. Why are you interfering? As soon as you see something, you stand up. In the movie, you stand up. Just like that, if you see a horrible scene, you stand up. In the same way, you stand up here in this movie of life, you see.
Yes. Entonces Dada dice, bueno, ¿qué es lo que diría, no? Que está loco esta persona. que está interfiriendo con la película, lo cual es imposible. Pero de la misma forma es como sucede en la vida. La película es una película para todos, y entonces ¿para qué interferir? Es lo mismo que el hombre que se para y dice, no lo lastimes o no lo hieras porque si no yo te mataré. Y así es la vida, ¿por qué interferir?
Yeah. So in the same way, Dadashri says, what you have to do is, you know, the person in the movie will say, these people don't understand. The fellow who speaks up, they'll say, people don't understand. You see, they'll say, hey, don't hurt him, don't hurt him. But is the other person who is speaking up will say, these people don't understand. In the same way, the person who is speaking out will say, why are you all sitting? Can help him, you see. They don't, that is his understanding, you see. And in the same way, this is how our world is running, you see. It is our world, each one of us, Laura, Cecilia, Patricia, Luz, our world, Shuddha, our world is unwinding, unfolding, like the movie, you see. That is why Dada says, I have said that it is vyavasthit, you see.
Yes. Dada dice que no, por ejemplo, esta persona no entiende, ¿no? Que dice que si no si la lastimas, yo te lastimaré o algo así. Es no lo lastimes. De la misma,
Perdón, Patri, ¿me puedo meter?
Sí.
Porque desde el
Obvio.
principio es como, es alguien que está en el cine
Sí.
y se vuelve loco pensando y queriendo defender al actor que están por matar. Entonces, él quiere defender lo que está pasando en la película sin darse cuenta que es una película. Y encima, este párrafo que viene ahora es, mira a todos los demás y dice, pero ¿cómo es que no se matan? Es decir, ¿cómo es que no lo defienden? ¿Cómo es que no se paran todos ustedes a defender al que están por matar ahí? Entonces, ese es el lío. Él, desde su visión, no entiende cómo todos los demás no interferimos en el cine, del mismo modo la vida. Sorry.
Y bueno, no, gracias, Divina.
No, I think
Y de la misma forma también, como se va desenvolviendo el karma en la vida de cada uno de todos nosotros, no necesitamos el entendimiento de Yavasthit, dice Dada.
You see, it's a very subtle point. Somebody in the movie theater shouts and says, hey, stop it, otherwise he starts saying things as if it is real. And he stands up, and in the same way, in this movie of ours, of the world of ours, people stand up and say, hey, don't you do that, I will do this to you. It's the same things are going on. They believe it to be real, you see. They believe it to be real, and that is why they interfere.
Yes. Yes. Esta es algo es muy sutil, ¿no? Que alguien en el cine que grite para, y lo dice como si lo que estuviera sucediendo en la película fuera verdad. Y así sucede en la vida de todos nosotros, de todas las personas. Creen que es real y por eso la interferencia. Creen que todo este desenvolvimiento del karma es real y por eso es la interferencia.
Yeah, you see this. Everyone interferes because according to their understanding. You see, everyone interferes depending upon the way they see it. The only ones who have now stopped interfering are the ones who have risen beyond all relative understandings, the ones who see this as an unfolding movie of everyone, you see. And everybody's movie is unfolding. Everybody's movie is unfolding, and you know, the ones who do not interfere are the ones who see that this is an unwinding movie. You see, in this relative life of ours, this too is a movie. So there are two movies, one in the cinema and the other one in this world of ours, you see.
Yes. La interferencia depende de acuerdo al entendimiento de cada persona. Perdón, la interferencia interfiere según el entendimiento que tiene cada persona. Entonces los que no interfieren son los que ven más allá y ven que es la película que está corriendo, que se está viendo. Entonces hay dos clases de películas. Una es la que se ve en el cine y otra es la que se ve en el mundo.
That is why Dada says, that is why we say, that is why we have said it is Vyavasthit. You see, Dada, these are words of Dada I'm giving you. That is why we have said that it is Vyavasthit. Why are you interfering? Why are you interfering?
Por eso Dada dice, por eso es que dice que es Vyavasthit y por qué interferimos.
Dadashri says, see that one person has killed the other person goes about trying to take the revenge. This, just see all of this happening. Does that murder scene affect the eyes? Does it touch the eyes? That asking. Is the eye hurt by seeing the scene on the screen of murder, or of killing each other? Do the eyes get affected? Dada is asking.
Yes. Dada dice, puedes ver cómo en la película cómo matan y cómo toman venganza, y estás viendo estas escenas de asesinato y pregunta, ¿estas escenas que estás viendo tocan tus ojos? ¿Puede afectar tus ojos ver estas escenas?
And so the questioner says, yes, Dada, no, nothing happens. Dadashri says, if there is a huge big bonfire, or there's a huge big fire, of woods put together, in India, they celebrate it on a certain occasion. They kind of lit a bonfire, and then everybody dances and puts coconuts in it, and then they take it out and eat it. But anyway, Holi, it's called Holi festival, and they throw colors on each other, right? You have the Holi festival of India. It's a very famous festival among the Hindus. What they do is, they, with a lot of love, they just kind of throw different colors on each other, and they dance, and and they light a fire, and they put coconuts in the fire, and then they kind of play with everybody in the area, the boys and girls and men and women, they kind of color each other throw color on each other. Holi festival, it's called, and that she says, if there is a big holy fire going on, H-O-L-I, holy, not H-O-L-Y, H-O-L-I fire going on, does it if you see that big fire, are your eyes going to get burnt? Are your eyes going to get burnt just because you see it? You say, no, that's how it is. This is how it is in this world of ours. You see, this is also a movie, you see.
Ujú. Entonces dice que hay una fiesta, un festival santo hindú en India, donde hacen fogatas, grandes fuegos con madera que llevan y ponen cocos en el fuego que después se los comen y bailan y se echan colores así, todos los niños, niñas, los hombres, las mujeres, y este es un festival santo, ¿no? Pero Dada dice, pregunta, ¿tus ojos se queman con este inmenso fuego? No, Dada le dicen, no. Y así es como sucede en este mundo.
So as we look at this, we come to that end of that heading. As we look at this, there is this is how we understand as we see this in exactness, which is the person who is sitting in the movie theater in few rows ahead of you. He gets a thought that, oh my God, this man is going to kill her, you see. And all of a sudden he stands up and starts shouting, oh, no, don't you dare do that. Otherwise I will kill you, or whatever he speaks, you see. Now, what is the difference between that? He got that kind of thought in front of him, that in him. That is why he spoke up. He stood up and spoke up, you see. And in our worldly life, these kind of thoughts come to human beings, you see, as the movies are unfolding. Don't you dare touch her, otherwise I will kill you, you see. It's the same thing. These are all interferences. And if you do not, and this is everything that is happening in this living movie of ours. You see, the living movie of ours is vyavasthit. Dada says is vyavasthit. You see, no, in the movie you see this person killing each other. Same here, you a person killing each other. You see, but the one who is seeing never gets involved in it. You see, the one who is seeing it doesn't touch him. You see, it doesn't burn him. It's a very high level of understanding.
Yes. Esto es cómo vemos y cómo entendemos. La persona que está sentada en el cine tiene el pensamiento de que esta persona va a matar a la otra y le dice, no lo hagas porque te mataré. Y estos pensamientos después traen la acción del habla, hay una reacción. Y esto pasa en la vida. Así, por ese motivo, interferimos. Y Dada dice que todo lo que sucede es yavasthit en la vida, como en la película. Y el que ve no tiene esos pensamientos de que yo te mataré, porque tiene una visión más elevada, tiene un entendimiento más elevado.
This is the vitarag. You see, the vitarag does not interfere. You see, continues to see what is happening. This is the final vision. You see, these are all fights. Somebody is helping in the movie. In the physical movie that we watch in a cinema, somebody is helping someone and someone is hurting someone. And in the same way, my friends, this is what's going on in this movie, the movie of our worldly life, you see. Someone is helping, someone is hurting. So some egos are doing the killing, some egos are doing the saving, you see, saving each other egos. These are all non-self activity, non-self activity of helping, hurting. This is all happening in this movie of this Pudgals, this non-self complexes of yours, mine, everyone, Laura, Olga, Delia, Devdasi, everyone. You see, this is the non-self Pudgal movies that are in front of us. If we can learn, if we can come to the experience of seeing the movie, see how the movie unfolds. You see, it is vyavasthit. It is vyavasthit. And in seeing this way, there is no opinion, and there is no anxiety, there is no interference.
Yes. Esto es Vitaraga, es no interferir y es la visión final. Alguien ayuda, otras personas lastiman y esta es la película de la vida mundana. Algunos egos matan, otros egos salvan, pero todo esto corresponde al complejo del no ser, la actividad del complejo del no ser. Todo sucede en la película del Pudgal, del no ser. Es ver la película, no opinar, no tener ansiedad y no interferir. Y ver que todo lo que sucede es Vyavasthit.
Okay. So now just remember these two examples that Dada gave. One of the scene in the movie theater. In the movie theater, if somebody stands up, you'll say he's crazy. Why is he doing this? And yeah, most people will say crazy, but in this physical world, if somebody stands up and starts shouting in the street and doing this and that, somebody taking off his clothes in middle of everyone and starts shouting this and that, people will say that he's crazy, but it's a movie. This is how it's been programmed. You see, his brain acts up and so he does not know what he's doing, you see. Somebody's brain will act up in a positive manner, trying to help, and others will be, chaotic. So, that's how it is on the street. Take a walk in this busy city street and you will see everything. It's a movie, it's a movie unfolding. And it is also unfolding in file 1. It is file 1's movie, and you can see file 1 also. And as you see file 1, seeing the movie of life, file 1 also settles down. File 1 also joins the seer rather than jumps into the activity of what is happening.
Yes. La experiencia de ver a una persona en el cine que está gritando lo que vamos a decir, está loco esta persona. Pero esto también sucede en el mundo físico, ¿no? En la vida mundana. Puede haber alguien que grite, que se quite la ropa que le diga cosas a la gente. Entonces decimos es loco. Pero así fue programado y no sabe lo que hace. Y esto ¿a quién le sucede? Le está sucediendo al archivo 1, al file 1. Entonces es observar, ver al file 1 en su película y de esta forma también se limpia. Tienes que unirte al observador y no saltar a la actividad.
Now the next heading is everyone become clean. That is the heading. That is actually the title of this Akram Vignan magazine. It is the main heading of the entire magazine, Akram Vignan or Dada, whatever you want to call it, you see. And it is about 7 lines, all Dada's words. And let's just give it to you. It starts with the word Siddhant. The principle that liberates is called Siddhant, you see. And the principle, the fundamental science of liberation, Dada says, should be, he's telling all his Mahatmas now, he's telling all his Mahatmas the entire Siddhant, the entire science of liberation. And the framework of it, you see, and the foundation stones of the liberation should be should be known to you, each one, automatically. In other words, you don't have to learn it. It is known to you. Should be should be Mordhira Cooper. Should be part of your system, you see.
Yes.
Yeah, like a very bright child in school, in primary school, knows all the tables. 2 times 2 is 4, all the way up to 10 times 10, 11 times 22, whatever it is, it is, that child knows it. She has learned it and she knows it inside her. So as soon as the teacher asks, she knows it, you see. And that is called becoming part. It's become part of your system. You know it, you see. And in the same way, Dada says, you and I need to know this entire Siddhant. That which accomplishes the ultimate is called Siddhant. That which liberates, you see.
Yes. El último título es todos se vuelven libres, ¿no? Y este es el título más importante, el encabezamiento más importante de este Dada Bani, y son las palabras de Dada. Y dice, Siddhant es el principal, fundamental, el fundamento de la ciencia de la liberación. Entonces es como que las cosas deben de ser vistas casi automáticamente, como que son parte del sistema mismo. Por ejemplo, hay un niño que aprendió las tablas y las puede decir inmediatamente, pero cuando se las piden, porque ya forman parte de su sistema, y así es que esto forme parte de nuestro sistema de conocimiento, de entendimiento.
Yeah. Dadashri is now again summarizing. He says, our work is with the work, right? Our work is with the goal of liberation. We are not concerned with anything else, right? I mean, you and I want to get liberated, right? I mean, he's asking these very pointed questions. We are our work, whatever our work is anymore, it is to do that which would liberate us, you see. And so the Dadashri says, and what is our goal? What is our goal? So the Dadashri says, go ahead, earn a lot of this. Earn. This is your real earning. Whatever you and I are earning in these satsangs is our real earning. The other earning that you and I do with our whatever work we do, in the relative world of making this money or this money is already been, is vyavasthit, has been programmed. This is something that we will have to know by heart. They say, know it by heart. Not, you won't have to think. It's part of your system, you see.
Yes, yes, yes. When you said that before, to understand this as not with mind or the intellect, and I felt that is the heart. Bueno, dice que Dada dice que nuestro trabajo no es con lo mundano, nuestro trabajo es la liberación, buscar la liberación, hacer todo para buscar la liberación, y que nuestra meta sea buscar esto, todo lo que sea la liberación. Esa es la verdadera ganancia. Todo lo que tenga que ver con el dinero, las cosas mundanas, eso fue programado. Y el conocimiento que se gana es el conocimiento desde el corazón, con el corazón.
You see, Dadashri says, everyone go ahead and become clean. You see, he uses the word clean. Everyone become clean. He's telling his Mahatmas, become clean, become free of this karma files, you see. It's only the karma that is pending will come in front of you as a file. Become clean. Do not interfere with. Do not interfere, do not interfere unnecessarily. You see?
Yes. Dada dice que todos vuélvanse limpios, ¿no? Y limpios de todos los archivos que tenemos, vuélvanse limpios, y no interfieras innecesariamente.
Dadashri says, this place, which place? This place of you and I, each one of us. Amapura place. This place is not an ordinary place. It's not. It is a very high level. This is a very high level. The world cannot even imagine this level and place that you and I are all in, you see.
Yes. Este lugar, nuestro lugar, el lugar del alma pura, no es un lugar ordinario. Es un nivel muy, muy elevado. El mundo ni siquiera lo puede imaginar.
Yeah, it is beyond the imagination of the world, people of the world cannot even imagine it. That high, that is how high it is, you see.
Y las personas no pueden imaginarlo por su gran nivel de elevación.
And Dadashri says, when we hear such talks, like right now what we are talking, okay? Then Jagruti then much Jagruti, awareness. Jagruti, you all know, Jagruti awareness arises, you see, just by listening to these words that we are sharing, you see. And the last sentence I'm going to give you. Go ahead. You go ahead, Patricia.
Yes. Cuando escuchamos esto, estas palabras de Dada, nuestra conciencia, de nuestra Jagruti de conciencia, se eleva, y se eleva solo por estar escuchando estas palabras de Dada.
And Dadashri says, when I keep on saying this every day again and again, then you all listening to these words will have increased awareness, and that is for real. And that is for real for you too, is it not? You see?
Yes.
Cuando
digo esto, dice Dada, cuando digo esto a diario, esto también es real para ti.
Okay, so see, Dadashri says these are unbelievably and unimaginable to the world state level of this that you and I have received, Amapura, that we are in. This is the stage. The world is on this stage of birth, death, birth, death, birth, death. We are in a stage which has got no stage beyond any stages, ours is the stageless state of the self. We are absolutely independent. We don't need to rest on anything. We are independent. We don't need this foundation, you see. So we are there. And this stageless state of ours is beyond the imagination of the world. This is how high this is. So, and upon listening to these words of mine, Dadashri, your Jagruti keeps on increasing, your awareness keeps on increasing. And the more I speak, the more your awareness increases. This is the fundamental science. Dada has finished giving it to us. Siddhanta of liberation. You see?
Yes. Es increíble para el mundo, es inimaginable el estado del alma pura y va más allá de todo lo que sucede, de cualquier entendimiento. Para el mundo, para la vida mundana, es nacimiento y muerte, pero nosotros somos absolutamente independientes de ese estado. Y en el estado en que estamos, más allá de la imaginación mundana, y al estar escuchando estas palabras de Dada, cada vez crece más y más, aunque lo repita o lo escuchemos todos los días, él crece, se eleva este estado de siddhanta, de liberación.
So, the Siddhanta of liberation should be completely, it's understood to such a level that it becomes part of our system. It is, when we see something, we see it as it is, because the liberated one sees it as it is. It doesn't get involved in this here down below in the earth of the mind, speech, and body. It doesn't get involved. It knows. Instead of getting involved, it knows. I know what is happening to Shuddha. You know what is happening to Fabi or to Lucas. You see, you know what is happening to Laura. That is the Siddhant, you see. You say that is the Siddhant, you see. That is this.
Yes. Entender lo que se vuelva parte de poder, este Siddhanta de liberación es entender lo que se vuelva parte, entenderlo y que se vuelva parte de nuestro sistema, es lo más grande, ¿no? Y no involucrarse en el mundo de la mente, cuerpo y habla. Y saber qué es lo que le pasa a Shuddha, qué es lo que le pasa a Fabi, qué es lo que le pasa a Luz, a Laura. Eso es Siddhanta.
Siddha. This is very beautiful. This is very magnificent 7 lines that we have given us, which we now understand is very precious. You see, the Dadashri says, be clear. All of you become very clear now. All of you earn a lot. You know, you go ahead. You know, earn it while I'm present. He says, go. I continue to speak, you continue to increase your awareness, you see, you know, and this is the presence of Dada within all of us now, you see.
Yes. Estas magníficas 7 líneas de Dada es y que dice, ¿no? Por eso dice, ve y límpiate. Y cada vez que escuchamos las palabras de Dada, nuestra conciencia se eleva. Y no, es lo más importante.
Yeah, Jai Sachidanand, dear Lucas, are you joining us from New Zealand or are you back in Argentina?
Jai Sachidanand Shuddha, how are you doing?
Fine, thank
I
you.
love your haircut. I am currently in Italy now. I was in Canada before, and now I'm in Italy doing my Italian passport.
Good.
Because my grandmother, she was from Italy, so yeah, I arrived 2 weeks ago.
And where in Italy are you?
I am now in the southwest part. It's a place called Cosenza. Actually, there is like 100 people living. It's like a very old medieval place. It's very, very nice. It looks very good, but it's sometimes a bit boring for 5-1. You know, nothing to do, very quiet.
Good.
It's like a retired place.
Ay, Luquita. Lucas está en Italia, en un lugar al sur muy tranquilo, muy tranquilo el lugar, y está preparando su pasaporte porque su abuela era italiana.
Well, it's good to have you here. Good to see you, my friend. And also, Vishuddhatma Bhagavan, this life unfolds, life continue to unfold. Wonderful. How is your mom doing?
My mom? Oh, she passed away. I don't know. Maybe from the beyond is doing great, but in this world, 5-1 is she passed away. I don't know if you remember.
And so you're right. And your brother is still in Argentina?
So my brother, he lives in Argentina. She got the citizenship in New Zealand. So yeah, probably in this point of my life, my closest file is my sister, and my brother is like even, if it makes sense.
Yes.
So yeah, I think.
And you speak Italian, do you?
No parlo molto italiano. No, I don't speak much Italian.
Well, but it's easy because of Spanish, your Spanish background. It's much more easy for you to learn Italian than for a person who does not speaking Spanish, And so you would learn very fast. Yeah. And by being there, it will be easy. You will learn it, So we wish you all the best for your citizenship in Italy. All right.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. And I'm sure.
How have you been?
Yeah, well, I've been always with you all in satsang, just fine, and seeing the river of life flow, the river of life flows.
Yeah.
Yes. Right now I'm in New York, enjoying my time with the family a little bit, and then this weekend we go back to Florida. Yeah.
Oh, nice. You say you are in New York?
Yes, I'm in New York.
Are the fires still going on over
Well,
there or not?
No, there's
Fires,
no
fires?
fires. In fact, it's very cold. No, it's just the cold
Okay.
has started. Yeah, no fire here.
Oh, that's nice. That's
Yeah.
nice.
The
Okay.
the people are moving away, tend to move away from Manhattan a little bit because there are a lot of new immigrants who have come here from Venezuela and Central America. They're all here. So people kind of, they say, okay, so they go more to the suburbs in New Jersey and upstate New York, etc. So these are all changing situations of life, for everyone.
Yeah.
And our hope,
the war.
and our hope is that our Mahatmas always say, may no human being suffer. Let everyone find their peace.
Yeah, we are all flawless.
Yeah, we're all flawless and they are all flawless. Everybody is flawless. And with the flawless vision, it is a Mahatma, wherever he is free, you see. It's the opinions and the insistence of a person that imprisons him, you see, puts him in prison. Bad man, good man, nice man, they're all... It's all temporary situations of the man,
Esto lo voy a
Need to
traducir porque es
translate.
divino. Yes, sí, dale
Sorry.
vos, si querés, por favor. Lo que, esta última parte que dijo Shuddha me parece divina, ¿no? Que estaba hablando de los inmigrantes que están viniendo de Venezuela y de Sudamérica y que todos los seres se merecen vivir en paz. Pero son las opiniones y las creencias los que los hacen prisioneros.
Good. All right.
Un poquito más de lo anterior, es decir, Lucas está en Italia, le pregunta a Shuddha cómo está, Shuddha le dice simplemente observando el río de la vida. En este momento físicamente con la familia en Nueva York, ya se va a volver a su casa a la Florida la semana que viene, y cuenta que la gente los habituales de Nueva York se están yendo hacia New Jersey, hacia el norte, por esto que dice Patrick, que están llegando un montón de inmigrantes venezolanos y de Centroamérica. Y ahí es la riqueza del Mahatma, donde sea que está, es libre, porque no tiene opiniones y ve a todo el mundo sin faltas, donde sea que estemos en el mundo, sentaditos.
When Dada says become clean, he means become clean of these ego interferences of insistence, expectations, and opinions, you see. Don't just be free, be free. This is what binds you, This is what imprisons you.
Dice que es el ego, la interferencia del ego con las expectativas, las opiniones, lo que nos mantiene presos.
This is what we just read is very beautiful. These 7-page words that we described, 7 sentences. It is really, when you reflect upon it, it is very, very beautiful. Our progress, you and I, our progress in Akram Vignan is through understanding the beauty of what Dada has just said. Understand, and simply understand, and you become more aware. Simply, the more you understand, the more awareness arises. You see, you don't have to do anything, to become clean. You don't have to do anything to become clean. You just understand this.
Yes. Estas maravillosas y divinas palabras de Dada que acabamos de leer en 7 líneas, es poder entender la belleza de lo que Dada nos da, que devolvernos limpios. No se trata de hacer, no hay nada que hacer, es solamente entender.
Okay, Shuddhatma, we're gone. We'll take a 10-minute break, and then...
Un recreo de 10 minutos y volvemos. Jai Sachitanan.
Jai
Thank you.
Sachidanand. You can keep on talking to our dear friend Lucas. Mm.
Thank you. Podemos seguir hablando con Luca. Luquita.
Hola, ¿cómo andan?
Sin olvidar que
Bien.
queda todo grabado.
Olvidemos que queda todo grabado, pero bueno, saludarte, Luqui.
Hola. ¿Qué? Está haciendo primavera, ¿no? Por allá, ya está haciendo calorcito.
Ya hoy
A veces
Hace un
sí,
frío
a veces
mortal.
no.
creo que hace más frío que en julio, te digo.
Wow.
Pero bueno, tuvimos un veranito hasta junio, así que vamos a tener que...
Ah, se pospuso un poco.
Se pospuso un poco. Qué bueno verte, amiguito.
Lindo verlos a
El,
todos.
el hombrecito viajero, me alegra.
¿Cómo está
hay que-
creciendo el Mahatma Poroto?
Hay que aprovechar los files anteriores.
Claro.
Sí, exactamente. Bueno, mis amores, un besito, los dejo.
Yo voy a ir al baño.
Dale.
Dale.
Pucha. Ahora.
Che, Patri, ¿te mudaste? ¿O es,
Ay, estoy mudada desde el 21,
te volviste
2021.
te volviste a mudar? No, yo conocí tu casa, no sé, yo volví ahora. Ese es un nuevo
En, do-
departamento.
en el departamento. Ah, viniste a casa vos. Sí,
Sí,
claro que
sí.
sí. Acá sigo
Que
igual, sigo igual.
estás ahí, que no se ve bien
Sí,
desde acá, que fuimos a comer en facturas.
allá las comimos.
Sí, qué bien. ¿Cómo extraño las facturas argentinas, muchachos? Acá,
Pero allá debe
acá,
haber unas cosas bárbaras.
acá
Las
la pasta y la
fogliatellas,
pizza.
los napolitanos, no sé cómo es una factura que viene rellena de crema pastelera con hojaldre.
Sí, sí,
Oh,
delicioso. Acá hay esta bola de arroz que hacemos los arancini. Relleno de queso es una fiesta. Te
oh,
comes uno igual es una patada al hígado, pero es una caricia del alma mientras te lo estás comiendo.
obvio. Sí.
Buena onda, pibito, que puedas hacer la ciudadanía allá.
Sí, estoy robando a pleno.
¿Cuántos meses te
Aparte
tenés que
Está
quedar?
bueno.
¿3?
No, mirá, honestamente estoy en un pueblo, perdón la palabra, pero es un pueblo de mierda, porque no hay nada, literal que no hay nada. O sea, si somos 50 es un montón. Y si
Se
la
conocen todos.
población, sí, y si la población es más de 65 estoy siendo humilde. Si son todos grandes y no hay nada. Lo
y
bueno
bueno,
es que
tomalo como
acá,
una de esas oportunidades para mejorar mucho, 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 mucho. Disfrútalo, relajá. Aparte es uno de los pueblos seguro que están en la lista de los pueblos azules,
¿qué significa pueblo azul?
los que tienen mucha gente centenaria,
Ah, sí, sí. Acá
por la,
están todos con
por
una
la
pata
calidad de
adentro.
vida perfecta que tienen.
Sí, no, son todos divinos, pero son toda gente grande. El punto de vista es que imagínate que no hay nada para hacer, o sea, todo bien que vos vas a caminar un rato, vas a la plaza y volvés, pero después no hay nada, tipo, realmente no hay nada. Tanta tranquilidad a veces me desborda como gente porteña. Viste que íbamos enchufado a 3200 volts. Y con el tema tiempo, mira, lo que tiene este lugar que está buenísimo es que no pasa el vigile. Entonces acá no tenés que esperar hasta 45 días que pase alguien, ya te cierran el contrato de domicilio de una. Entonces de ahí ya, una vez que entrego la carpeta que va a ser el viernes, los de la comuna acá tienen que mandar un mail al PEC solicitando, corroborando todos mis papeles, viste, como que mi abuela no haya renunciado a ser italiana, que yo sea yo, etcétera, etcétera. Y normalmente eso va a tardar un mes, si Dios quiere, ¿no? Acá vamos a rezarle a Dada que haga laburar a la gente del PEC. Y si sale todo bien, ¿qué fecha estamos? Septiembre, ponerle que para noviembre, si todo sale bien, ya en noviembre tengo la ciudadanía y ya tramito el pasaporte. Y ahí ya, ¿sabe qué? Hacemos fiesta.
Maravilloso, maravilloso,
Sí, sí,
maravilloso.
está bueno, está bueno, está bueno. La verdad que sí.
¿Sí que a tu hermana le salió la ciudadanía en New Zealand?
Sí, crack, Sofía. Sofía, buenísimo porque es psicóloga.
Qué bueno.
Como es psicóloga, es un trabajo que se necesita mucho, entonces la visa se la habilitaron rápido. Sorry, do you want
Genial.
me to switch in English or do you want to start?
We want to start.
Sorry.
Gracias, Luqui.
Okay, good, wonderful. Well, good to see you, Lucas, and hope to see more of you in these satsangs, and hope to see you live also. Maybe some, some maybe you, with your visa situation, you can manage to come. After it gets successful, then you'll be able to travel much more freely. No.
Oh, I will. I will go to the States easier because we have this ETA visa is like for 45 days, 30 days for European people. You know,
Yes. Yes.
It's just easier for European than for Argentinians. So
Yes. Yes.
I might see you more.
Yes, and also become, become proficient in something that you can do to, get some good work, Hmm? You know what I mean? Yes.
Yeah, I do.
In terms
I
of
do,
your
I do. I-
studies, Hmm?
yeah, that's the biggest picture, that's traveling, working, and enjoying and visiting Dada.
Right. It'll all unfold wonderfully. Okay. Good. So we continue now. The next heading is Upyog and Jagruti. Next heading.
El próximo título es Upayog y Jagruti.
Upayog and
Upayog
and Jagruti.
Mm.
Very beautiful, simple understanding. Where Dada is asked, Dada, what is the difference between Upyog and Jagruti? Upyog and Jagruti. Upyog means, simple meaning of upyog is the use, to utilize, you see. So what is the difference between utilizing and awareness, you see? Utilize.
Upayog is utilizar. I don't understand the word.
Upyog means, if somebody gives you a pencil, all right, then they ask you, what are you going to do with it? You say, then you'll say, I'm going to write with it, right? So that means you're using it for a specific purpose. You're using the pencil to write, see?
Bueno, Upayog es esto que acaba de decir Shuddha, que es alguien te le regala una lapicera, por ejemplo, y te pregunta para qué la vas a usar, para escribir. Entonces la lapicera va a ser utilizada para escribir. Es la utilidad que le das a lo que tenés.
If there is a wonderful young man like Lucas, and he is very bright, sharp in the mind, intellectually, but if he knows a lot, but if he doesn't use his abilities, and he just kind of relaxes and enjoys on the beach and runs around with different girls, then he is not using he's not making good upyog of his abilities, right?
Por ejemplo, un joven inteligente y brillante como Lucas, si no usa esa inteligencia y ese brillo que tiene y se dedica a divertirse desde la playa solamente, no está haciendo un buen uso de su upayog.
If a lady is working in the kitchen and she has got a very, very sharp knife, you see, and she wants to cut tomatoes with it, she has to use that knife, but she has to use it correctly. She has to apply the sharp point to the tomato and not the blunt one, you see. It's the right use.
Por ejemplo, hay una mujer que tiene un maravilloso cuchillo que tiene un filo muy filoso, un cuchillo muy filoso, y lo usa para cortar tomates. Tiene que saber usarlo para cortar los tomates bien, o si no puede cortarse ella misma.
And if she's not careful and she uses the sharp end of the knife pointing upwards and the blunt end trying to cut the tomato, she might cut her own finger, you see, right?
Y por ejemplo, si él toma el cuchillo y pone la parte filosa para arriba para cortar el tomate y la parte que no es filosa sobre el tomate, lo más probable es que se corte un dedo.
Similarly, my friends, the sharp intellect, the intellect within each one of us is like a very sharp knife. You see, very, very sharp knife. And it has, if you do not use it properly, it will hurt the other person. It will hurt you too, because it's a wrong use of your intellect will hurt you and others. A right use of your intellect will help you and others. Yes, it's the same intellect.
El intelecto, como el cuchillo, si no lo usas correctamente, te vas a lastimar a otras personas o también te vas a usar a vos. Y te vas a lastimar a vos mismo. Y de esta misma forma funciona el intelecto.
So Dada is asking, the people are asking, what is the difference between upayog and jagruti? So Dadashri says, if you have a lamp here, so Dadashri gives a very beautiful example of a lamp, Dada. If you have a lamp here, okay, and if the lamp is Dada is actually sitting upstairs, right, with a bunch of Mahatmas. This is the scene. Now Dadashri says, this is a lamp. It's a portable lamp. How is this portable lamp, how is this lamp going to help those people who are going to climb up the stairs in the dark to come here? You see, they want to come up the stairs. How is it going to help those people who are near at the bottom of the stairs? You see, if they want to climb the stairs, how can they get the best use of the lamp? You see, and then the answer is very simple. Somebody has to hold it up at the head of the stairs so that those people can come up the stairs in dark, right?
Dada dice, y da un hermoso ejemplo, tiene una lámpara, y Dada está sentado a mayor altura que todo el resto de la gente. Y supongamos, es una lámpara portátil, y cuál es el mejor uso que se le puede dar a esa lámpara portátil para ayudar a subir al resto de la gente por la escalera, y es poner la luz arriba para que las personas puedan subir la escalera en la oscuridad.
Dada says the lamp has to be held up, so that those people can come up the stairs in darkness, you see, and that is the upayog of the lamp. The lamp sitting up here is of no use. Go hold it at the top of the stairs so the people can climb up the stairs. You understand?
Perfect. La lámpara debe estar sostenida en lo alto, donde está la luz. La luz debe de estar en lo alto para poder iluminar la oscuridad y que las personas puedan subir la escalera.
Yeah, it's to help people climb in darkness, you see. Climb up with light, you see.
Pueden subir la escalera con luz.
Yeah, simple. So this is called upayog. In the same way, you and I. So in other words, and the lamp itself is the jagruti. You see, so there is the jagruti. The lamp is the awareness, and the application of the lamp so that you can climb up. The application of the lamp so that you can rise higher in yourself is called upayog. Upayog of the use of the lamplight, but in this sense, it is the awareness. Eosama pura soyama pura, and that is how you are applying this light. Awareness is applied in all areas of darkness, you see.
Yes. La lámpara es el jagruti y la aplicación de la lámpara es el upayog. Entonces mantener la luz estar en la luz, el soy alma pura, y así aplicas la conciencia en la oscuridad.
Yeah, and the lamp light, in the light you see, in this light, my friends, you see, what do you see? In this light we see, in the light we are aware. The light means I am pure soul. I see the pure. So in the application of the light, you see the pure. In application of the lamp, you see the stairs, right? Oh, stairs. Careful, there are stairs here, complicated stairs. Careful, please be careful. And whereas in here, you see, with the application of the light of the self, you see the pure. You see the pure one in the one who is in others. You see the self in others. That is called Shuddha Upyog, pure Upyog, pure, pure application of the light of the self.
Ujú. Cuando la luz es usada para en las escaleras, por ejemplo, la aplicas para las escaleras, ayuda a las personas a subir estas complicadas escaleras. Es en la luz que puedes ver. Entonces, y también está la luz, es poder ver que podés ver el ser puro, no solamente en vos, sino también en los otros, y eso es Shuddha Upayog.
Yeah, so say in the light, and if there is any help given to the other, you see, through your light, you see, then it is called, the other person is help. It is called Shubhopyog. It is helping him. And if that light is used to hurt him, the other person, oh, why is he here? Get away, or then it is called Ashubhopyog. In other words, it's the same light. The same light within every human being, that light is there. In Mahatmas and in awakened ones, that light allows you to see the pure. You see the Raina Sile, see the Ama Pura, you see. And that light is much more. In that light, you can also see, in that light of the self, you can see everything around, which is called scientific circumstantial evidences. So you see the light which sees with the vision of the five agnas, you see, is pure light. It is Shuddha Upyog. It is pure awareness. And but that light also sees, and the light illuminates it. That is the same light coming through the ego. If it's coming through the ego, it is the intellect of the person, and that can either help the world or it can hurt the world. You understand?
Yes. 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 En la luz del ser, en la luz tú puedes ayudar a otros o también puedes herirlos. Si ayudas a otros es Shubhopayog, y si también puedes lastimarlos. Es en esa misma luz la que te permite ver lo puro, ver el alma pura. Es en esa luz del ser que también te permite ver todo y ver las evidencias científicas circunstanciales. Es pura conciencia. Y esa luz también puede surgir por el ego y el intelecto. Si surge por el ego y el intelecto, también puedes herir o puedes ayudar.
Yeah, so you see, This is a very beautiful example that Dada is given. The lamp is life itself, is the Jagruti, is the illumination. Jagruti means illumination. Illuminate, wake up, see, rise from the darkness. This is in the darkness, people, human beings hurt each other. In the darkness, human beings engage in kashais. And in the light of the self, you begin to see it all as it is, and therefore and you become free from pain and hurt. Not only that, but you also begin to see, the pure one in that other human being too. And that is called Shuddha Upyog, pure applied awareness of the light that I am. Soyama pura, yes, I am pure soul. Yes.
Sí, yes. Este bello ejemplo de la lámpara, ¿no? Es el Jagruti que ilumina, que te eleva sobre la oscuridad. Y cuando no lo usas, entonces te enganchas vuelves a traer a los kashais. La luz del ser es lo que te permite liberarte del dolor y las penas. Y puedes ver el ser puro en absolutamente todos. Shuddha Upayog es eso, es el ser puro, la pureza del ser, un ser puro.
Only to see the self, only to be the self and to see the self is called Shuddha Upyog, Shuddha, pure applied awareness. Slipping from that or not seeing it as it is, to enter into the doorship of doing good is called Shubha Upyog, good use of light, in that light you can study, in that light you can repair your car, in the light you can clean your home, you see. That is, all of these things is, if you do it for someone else, it is called Shubha Upyog. Good, it's a good thing, you see. If you recite all the holy verses, in a church or in a temple, it is Shubha Upyog. It is kind of helpful to the person who is listening. It calms the environment. Shubha Upyog versus Shuddha Upyog, you see.
Por ejemplo, si haces cosas buenas para los demás o en tu vida, o estudias o trabajas o ayudas a otras personas, eso es Shubha Upayog. Haces cosas que sean beneficiosas para otros. Es diferente que Shuddha Upayog.
And Ashubha Upyog is to fight and kill in the same light. You see, like if the people do in war, It's called Ashubha Upyog.
Ashubha Upayog es en esa misma luz las personas matan y pelean y hacen guerra.
In some parts of Ukraine, people are killing each other, whereas in that light, the very same light, in Argentina, people are growing food, you see. So it's same light.
Y es bajo esa misma luz que en Ucrania están matando gente y que en Argentina sucede lo de la comida.
Shubh and Ashubh and Shuddha. So Shuddha means Shuddha Upyog only arises after the experience and the awareness, experience of Amapura. Otherwise, it cannot arise.
El Shuddha Upayog aparece solamente después de la experiencia y la conciencia del alma pura. No aparece de otra forma.
Everybody understands this use as well as the application of the light of the self. Everybody understands in
Todo
this.
entiende esto de la aplicación de la luz del ser de Upayog.
Yeah, this the upayog for us. The upayog means the utilization of our light, of who am I, is easy through five agnas. It's easy, you see. It's natural.
La Upayog para nosotros es de mi luz sobre quién soy, y eso nos resulta fácil.
So as we look at each other, we can be in Shuddha Upayog as we see with the vision of the self, as we also see everything in front of us as vyavasthit, correct, exact. That's how it is.
Ver con la visión del ser, vemos Yavastit, que es lo exacto, lo correcto.
Yeah, so you say, then you will never take the wrong step. That is, you cannot fall down. You cannot, if you try to go up or down stairs in pitch darkness, the chances that you will injure yourself, right? Whereas, with light, with light of the self, with the light, physical light, it's easy. In the same way, this light, inner light, is easy. It is with you all the time. Yes. You just have to use it. And using the light of the self is called upayog. Using the light of the self is called, using the light of the pure self is called Shuddha Upayog. Shuddha Upayog.
Yes. Con la luz del ser nunca te caerás. Con esta luz interior siempre vas a estar en Shuddha Upayog.
When you use the light of the pure self, there is no other upayog except the pure one. In other words, the pure only gives the pure. The pure only gives the pure. The pure cannot get mixed with something impure, you see. The impure comes through the intellect. It doesn't come from pure. The pure is pure.
Yes. Yes. Usar la luz del ser, ¿no? Cuando usamos esta luz del ser es Shuddha Upayog. Entonces no existe nada más que la pureza, porque la pureza no puede ser mezclada con lo impuro. Lo impuro viene del intelecto.
And you see, this is so easy to understand now. Shuddha Upayog, everybody has to say it's complicated. I don't understand upayog, I don't understand awareness, you see. And both of these are special words for a Mahatma. They are not for the world, Shuddha Upayog is for you and I, the awakened ones, you see. And it is so easily grasped with the example of darkness, a flight of stairs, lamp lying upstairs. If you don't use the lamp then it is useless for the people who are climbing up the stairs. You have to hold the lamp so the light goes in the areas of darkness. That's all. You see, you have to hold the lamp so that the light falls on the areas of darkness. In a similar manner, within each one of us, there's a lot of, there are places that are still dark, which we cannot see unless, because they're covered up by the kashais, you see, by kashais cover them up. And using the light of the self, that is what we do in Samaik, you know, we are able to see it as it is. You see?
Yes. Entender esto entender todo esto para los que no son Mahatmas es absolutamente difícil. Y para nosotros entender el Shuddha Upayog es fácil. El tema es sostener la lámpara, sostenerla arriba, la luz, para que puedan iluminar todos los lugares, los espacios de la oscuridad. Sostener la lámpara para poder iluminar la oscuridad. Y ahí es donde la oscuridad es donde se cubren los kashais. Y por eso cuando hacemos samaik podemos ver los kashais. Porque estamos aplicando la luz del ser.
So in most Samaiks, you are in Shuddha Upayog, you know, because you begin with the Vidya, Ayosama, Pura, I'm free from charged, discharged, karma, and all illusions, and then you look inside, and then you see what's going on inside Patricia, you see, or inside Herman, what's going on, you know, and you're able to see deeper, because to see deeper means you get the answers of why this thing happens again and again. Why does it happen again and again? Then you can see that there is below what happens is a kashai knot. You see, there is still something left there, you know. So you can see it. And that is called Shuddha Upayog. You see, your light of the self, you're applying, just applying. You're not doing anything, you're just seeing it, you know.
Yes. En el Samaik nosotros nos volvemos libres y podemos ver dentro qué es lo que sucede. Primero recitamos el Vidi de quién realmente somos y entonces hacemos el Samaik y podemos ver dentro qué es lo que sucede. Y miramos una y otra, podemos ver qué sucede y por qué sucede una y otra vez. Podemos ver profundamente y lo que vemos son nuestros kashais. Shuddha Upayog es ver con mayúsculas.
Yes, George. You know, that is also another way of applying the light. Applying the light, you're now not, you know, inside when you see yours or mine, kashai, anger, pride, deceit, and greed. You're throwing your light. You're seeing your light in file 1. You see, and in the seeing of that, if you just see it, like we just said, just continue to see it, the energy of that light somehow gets to the bottom of what's going on. You know, why? Is it pride? Is it greed? Is it some kind of a misunderstanding? Everything you can see, you see, you can see that. Is it the ego? Why is this ego like this? Ego of file 1.
Otra forma de aplicar esta luz, esta luz es poder ver los kashais, ¿no? Y esa luz, y arrojamos esa luz en el file 1 y podemos ver, y si continuamos viendo, podemos ver absolutamente todos los kashais que están allí adentro del ego del file 1.
It's the ego that suffers, and when there is some suffering, you begin to see that the ego is the owner of the suffering, because there is no other owner. Without the owner, there is no suffering. If there is no owner at all, then there is no suffering. You own it. You say, it's happening to me, I don't like it. And now that is the owner, you see. So the owner is the sufferer, you see.
El ego es el ego es el dueño, entonces por eso siempre sufre. Siempre hay sufrimiento en el dueño. Sin dueño no hay sufrimiento. Pero el ego dice, esto me pasa a mí, esto me lo hacen a mí, esto me está pasando a mí.
Where there is the Amapura, there is no ego.
Donde hay alma pura no hay ego.
Amapura means what you're left with is that which is discharging, and in the discharging part there is a dying ego, there is no living ego. Just by seeing, that thing dies. And just by seeing the suffering of the discharging ego, it will decrease, it goes away. See that it is by seeing, you see there is a separation, and the separation has this effect of making it go away. The moment you separate, you say it's happening to Yaya, it's happening to Fabi, then just seeing that somehow it loses its value, it loses its importance, it goes away.
Yes. El alma pura puede ver que el ego está descargando. En esa descarga del ego, el ego se está derritiendo, se está muriendo. Entonces cuando puedes ver es que está separado. Entonces se va perdiendo el ego. Y ver también, en el poder ver lo que está sucediendo, pierde importancia.
Yes? Okay. All right. So, all beautiful words of Dada, now we understand. It was just, that is all. That was all. What that question and answer about Dada, what is the difference between upyog and Jagruti? What is the difference between upyog and Jagruti? And upayog means the higher union. Okay, in other words, yoga means to unite, and upayog means the high level. It's this upayog is the application of the light of the self. This is not application of anything that is physical or material or available in the relative world. You can take anything in the relative world and make use of it. You can make use of this, you can make use of this, you can make use of everything. You can make use of your hands, you can make use of your mind. All of this thing is relative upayog. And real, that is called relative use. You say, I use my mind, I use my mind to think. Relative use. I use my hands to make this beautiful dessert. It's a use. And ours is the higher use. The higher use is the use of the light of the self, not only to help my own self, or Yaya, Gabi, but also in the process increase my own light, increase my own awareness, So when you and I see what Gabi is doing, what Yaya is doing, or what Shuddha is doing, that is called also Shuddha upyog. You are seeing what he is doing, what she is doing. You see, there is just seeing, that's all. What did you do? What, just see what he's doing. Doing means not this physical doing, but whatever he's doing, either there is activity in the mind, activity of the chit, activity of the intellect, making decisions, or activity of the ego, actively entering into any kind of work, you see. All of this, if you can see it, that is also upyog, but it is upyog which is pure, Now it is upyog which is pure because you are simply saying what Yaya or Gabi is doing, you see, or Anila is doing, that's all. You're just seeing, that's all. So now you're in Shuddha upyog again. You're in the pure upyog. You're just seeing what this one is doing. This one, this file one is doing, you see.
Bueno, el más elevado nivel de la luz del ser es para mi ser y así va creciendo la luz y la conciencia. Es la aplicación Shuddha Upyog, es la aplicación de la luz del ser. Podemos ver que la mente piensa, que las manos hacen un postre, y también podemos ver que hace Shuddha, Gabi, en sus actividades de mente, de chit, el intelecto, el ego, el cuerpo, pero estamos viendo de una forma pura, solamente observando.
Yeah,
observando.
This comes in exactness. What we described comes in exactness with this use of this light of the self that has awakened and arose and illuminated in the Gnanvidhi, and now the more we use it in real relative, in Vyavasthit, in being in equanimity in front of a file, you see, or being in satsang with the self, this increases our light, and this use of the light increases the use of the light. Not using the light makes it just sit there. It's not helping anyone. It's not helping you. It's not helping others. You see, so use of the light gets more. Use of the light is upyog. Use what you've got. Unfortunately, the people of the world cannot use what they've got. They have it inside, but they don't know how to use it. You see?
Yes. Cuanto más usamos la luz del ser, más crece la luz del ser, más se aumenta. Y Upayog es esto, ¿no? Y es aprender, saber cómo usar la luz del ser.
Everybody okay with this, or they want to say something, or they want to ask something before we move to the next heading?
¿Alguien quiere preguntar o decir algo antes de pasar al próximo encabezamiento?
Everybody okay with this? We have had a lot of sessions before, but if there's any question, anything that you want to add, anything you want to share with reference to your own experiences, now is that you can do it now, or we go to the next heading. Next heading, Shuddhatma Bhagavan. Good, wonderful. So let us go to the next one. And the next heading is simple. Dadashri says, it is necessary to maintain upyog. It's more necessary to kind of keep and maintain this upyog, which the upyog we talked about. This upyog is the use of my light. I soyama pura, and the use of that light is to keep using that light is necessary. It is no longer something that you can just say, oh, I saw Mapura and now I just relax. You need to, we need to use it. Yes, we need to use it.
Este encabezamiento, las palabras de Dada es que es necesario mantener el upayog, que es el uso de la luz, ¿no? El yo soy alma pura, porque no podemos decir, bueno, soy alma pura, ahora me puedo relajar. No, es mantener el uso de mi luz.
So then the upyog, the questioner says, the entire day the upyog goes in the work of the office. So what should I do?
Entonces le preguntan a Dada en el uso del upayog durante todo el día en mi trabajo, ¿qué hago?
Yeah, so what should I do? What should I do? Huh? That's the question. The whole day, Dada, the upyog is gone into paying attention to the work in the office. So then Dada, what should I do? So Dada says, but you get paid a salary, do you not?
Y le dice, Dada, pero te pagan un salario, ¿no?
And you don't get a salary for it? So then the questioner says, but we want to do all of this too, this ama too, right? I mean, yes, I get paid the salary, but I want to do something for the ama too, right? Shouldn't I have to do something for the ama? I want to do this too. That's what the man says. He's a Mahatma. He says, I want to do this too. Do this too means what we just talked about. Shuddha upyog, application of Shuddha upyog. I want to do this too.
Entonces Dada pregunta, bueno, pero te pagan un salario. Sí, sí, le dice el Mahatma que le pregunta, pero también quiero, aparte de trabajar, quiero hacer Shuddha upayog.
So then this too, you say, I want to this too. I want to do this too. So then Dada says, oh, then don't take the salary.
Bueno, le dice Dada, entonces no tomes el salario.
Refuse the salary, you see. Dadashri says, once you take the salary, you see, once you have accepted the salary for doing a certain work, you see, then you have committed yourself to keep your upyog in that work too, right? Pay attention to upyog means now you're using the light of the Amapura to pay attention to what you're doing. You see, you're taking salary. He says you have to do this. So you can't say, oh, Samapura, I Samapura. No, you have to apply that light to do the work for which you are being paid. Does it make sense? Upyog.
Entonces, Dada cuando le dice, bueno, no tomes el salario, pero si tomas el salario, presta atención a lo que haces, aplica la luz del ser y tu conciencia para lo que estás haciendo.
He says, Dadashri says, you try to keep, Dadashri, well, if you're going to put all your attention, upyog, into the office work, then how are you going to go into the Amapura upyog, you see? So Dadashri says, but don't you think for at least an hour you should be in the upyog of the Amapura? I mean, you got the whole, you're working 12 hours a day or, 8 hours a day. There are 24 hours in a in a day, don't you think you can keep Amapura Upyog for 1 hour? 1 hour a day?
Dada le dice, bueno, trata no importa las horas que trabajes durante el día, puedes trabajar 8 horas, 12 horas o 24 horas, pero ¿no crees que puedes mantener Shuddha Upayog por 1 hora al día?
Yeah, you have to apply yourself. If you take the salary, you have to apply yourself to the work, to the work. But Dadashri says, can you spare 1 hour a day or something? Can you be in pure Shuddha Upyog 1 hour a day? Do you think is possible?
¿Crees que es posible mantener Shuddha Upyog durante 1 hora al día? ¿Crees que eso es posible?
And so the
Si estás
question,
haciendo aunque estés haciendo un trabajo donde te paguen un salario.
and so the questioner says, it does not remain continuously, Dada. I have pieces and pieces of soy Amapura, the other person is Amapura. I have it broken, pieces and pieces. Yes.
Es como que tengo pedazos y pedazos donde o estoy trabajando o estoy en Shuddha Upyog. Hay pedazos y pedazos y pedazos.
It is in pieces. You see, a little bit of Shuddha Upyog back to the world again, world attention, it is in pieces, you see. So let's see what Dada says.
Tienes que volver al mundo, por eso es en pedazos y acá Dada continúa.
So now Dada comes to the main thing. This answer of Dada applies to all of us. Dada says, yes, but what's the problem with this? What is the problem in keeping it more continuous? What is the problem? If you do it just for 1 hour, it's more than enough. You see, if you can do it for 1 hour, it's more than enough. Now, instead of doing in pieces, can you do it for 1 hour? Now, this is new, very beautiful, special instructions coming to us. Instead of pieces here and pieces there, how can you do it for 1 hour? 1 hour.
Entonces dice, ¿cuál es el problema de mantenerlo continuamente, no? Hazlo por 1 hora y esto será más que suficiente.
Yeah, this is now, if you can do it for 1 hour, it is, you will earn the greatest merit, like Punya Shravak. It's called Punya Shravaka, you will. If you can
Hay
maintain,
1 hora. Si lo puedes mantener por 1 hora es más que suficiente, eso es Punya Shabbat.
If you can do it for 1 hour, you get the same, you get the samayik of the householder called Punya, you see.
Si lo haces por 1 hora tendrás tendrás el mérito del Punya.
Punya was the name of the householder, you see. There was a householder at the time of Lord Mahavir. There are two categories of people. There are those who have a home, a wife, children, etc. Or there are those who do not have a wife, children, or home. You see, they are the ones who are the wandering people, So there are two categories of people, And he says there was a householder by the name of Punya. His name was Punya, you see. And if you can do this, you can be in Shuddha Upyog for 1 hour. 1 hour Shuddha Upyog. Whoever you see Amapura, Amapura, Amapura for 1 hour without break. Then you get the same energies, earning, whatever you want to call it, as this householder who was called Punya. And then Dada goes on and to describe the story of the king Shrenik. You see, King Shrenik. King Shrenik story with Punya, with the wick maker, wick maker Punya. He was called Punya. He was the wick maker. Wick, like you take pieces of cotton, you take a piece of cotton, you take a little bit of cotton. This was a poor man, but he would take a ball of cotton, ball of raw cotton, and then he will hold it in his hand, one tip, and he will go like this, and that upper end becomes thin, and the ball at the bottom is soft and it absorbs oil, and he used to make lamps. He used to make lamps and sell them, and because he was making, so Punyo means wicks, if you want to, it's the same thing. The wick in a candle, the burning part, is called a wick. It's a piece of thread, but in a candle. But this one here, people don't have candle in India. They have oil and they have cotton. So what they do is they in a lamp they put the cotton with the one point pointing up, and they light it, and it uses the lamp to burn. The lamp. So he was called, because he was making these punyas, these wicks, he was called Punya Shravak. Shravak means householder. Shravak means householder.
Esto householder se llamaba Punya, ¿no? Y Punya es Shuddha Upayog. Y dice Dada que si puedes mantener el Shuddha Upayog por 1 hora sin recreo, vas a tener la misma energía que tenía Punya. Y describe al rey Shavak, que él hacía lámparas. Lo que hacía era tomaba un pedazo de algodón y comenzaba a estirarlo para hacer como una mecha, ¿no? Y así hacía lámparas y las vendía. En India no había otra clase de lámparas, no había velas, y las preparaban con algodón y aceite.
Okay. My friends, we're just going to run over time, so we will leave this story for next time. It's a very beautiful story, and we take now. Thank you for paying this much attention on the awareness of the self. This is very important for all of us.
No, thank you. It's super value.
Super value for all of us.
Yes.
Right. Jai Sachidan. Jai Sachidan to everyone.
Jai Sachidan.
Gonzalo, Devdasi, Graham, Angelique, Kavi, and everyone. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Marcella, too, and Fabi. Thank you. Jai Sachidan.
Jai Sachidan, Shuddha.
Jai
Gracias,
Sachidan, Cecilia, and Angelique, and
Patri.
everyone. Yeah, all right, good.